All right, so here we have the PlayStation Portal. Now, I was on the fence between getting this or a Nintendo Switch OLED. And I know some people might call me crazy for actually picking this, but let me explain. I've got a ton of PlayStation 5 games that I've never completed. Like, I've got, like, Final Fantasy Rebirth, I've got Shantae and the Seven Sirens, Astro Bot, Stellar Blade, Spider-Man 2, the list goes on and on. I've got so many games, and the reason that I don't play PlayStation 5 that often is because it requires my full screen and my full attention. When I'm playing retro games and whatnot on my older consoles, I can just play those on my second monitor and have YouTube or something going in the background. I'm fine with not hearing the music of those games, whatever. I've played them all before, it doesn't matter. But with PlayStation 5, I feel like it needs all my attention, and so that's why I don't fire it up as much, just because, like, after work I'm tired and I just want to come home and relax, lay on the couch, and just, like, watch something or whatever. Anyway, my Nintendo DS and my Game Boy Advance get a lot of attention, and I figured this will help me go through all the PlayStation 5 games I've got. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut into this box and see what's in here. So it's got a Type-C charging cable. It's two Type-Cs on both ends. I don't like that. I wish it was USB, but that's fine. Whatever. And it's just got some warranty information. It's a nice little package here. It definitely feels like a premium package. The unit itself actually comes in this nice little bag. That's cool. And as you can see here, it's essentially just a PlayStation 5 controller split in half. The only difference that I can tell really is the analog sticks are a little bit smaller than the actual analog sticks on a normal controller. But that's like the only difference that I can see here. It's got a screen protector here, so we can pull that off and whatever. And yeah, there. And it's a really nice screen. It's a big screen. I mean, it's way bigger if you just have like a 3DS or something. Like, this is way bigger than that. But everything feels nice. All the buttons, I mean, this is straight up just like a PlayStation 5 controller. And real quick, before we go into the PlayStation 5 side of setting this up, I just want to talk about actually the features that this thing has, because it's incredibly limited. And before you buy this, make sure you know exactly what you're getting. All that this thing can do is connect to your PlayStation 5 and then do exactly what your PlayStation 5 can do. So there's no web browser on this. There's no added features. There's absolutely nothing. All this does is connect to your PlayStation 5 and then show you what your PlayStation 5 is showing. That's it. That's perfect for me. That's exactly what I want it for. All those other features that people have complained about, like a web browser and whatnot, I don't give a about any of that. I'm at my house. I have 80,000 things that can do all of that. All I wanted this thing to do was let me play my PlayStation 5 in handheld mode, and that's exactly what this does. And now what we got to do is we got to go over to the PlayStation 5 and do some settings there, and then we'll come back to this, and then we'll set it up on this end. So what we got to do is go to the settings here, and let's see, we got to go to, I believe, system. Yep, and then remote play. So we got to enable remote play. That makes sense, right? So we'll turn this on for both accounts I've got on here. And that makes it so that the portal can connect to the PlayStation 5. And then we got to go to power saving. And then features available in rest mode. And that is stay connected to the internet. And enable turning on PS5 from network, which makes sense because we want to be able to activate my PS5 with the PlayStation Portal, especially if I'm not home, which I don't think I'll ever really be playing this thing outside of the home, but you never know, so that's why you want to do that. And again, though, if you have like a power outage or something, though, you're not ever going to be playing this thing on the go once that happens, but it probably won't. That's super unlikely, and that's all you got to do there. And now we're going to go back over to the other, well, we're going to go back to the PlayStation Portal, and then we're going to set it up on that end. Once everything is set on the PlayStation 5 side, you got to go back to the Portal, and then you got to set it up on the Portal side. So you just got to agree to some terms and conditions here. You got to select your language and just do a couple other things here. So you got to download the latest firmware and whatnot, and this actually takes a surprisingly long time. It takes maybe about 10 minutes or so for that to finish, but once that's all done, what you need to do then is restart it. and then you need to pair it with your PS5, which, as we're about to see here, is actually not as simple as it sounds.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Just having a hard time connecting. I'm not really sure why. I thought I figured it out. I was like, hell yeah. My PlayStation 5 is on and it's on the main menu. Like, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it doesn't like that. Maybe it has to be in rest mode. So, I went and turned it on rest mode, and this still can't connect. I've got it wired to an Ethernet cable to my router. Maybe that's an issue. I don't know. I'm gonna go turn it on the Wi-Fi and then see if that works.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude. Okay. So it's been about 14 hours since I've gotten this. And this is the first time I've been able to connect. Now, I can't tell you if I like this thing or not. But God, oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so we finally got this thing to connect, and it's been over like 13 hours. So here's the issue. The PlayStation Network was down last night, which means that this thing just wouldn't connect, period. That's like pretty much unacceptable. And I don't know if this needs, like, I was on Reddit and I was complaining, and there were people on there saying that they were able to play this thing while the PlayStation Network was down. So I don't know if it just needs that one-time connection like the new hard drives do on the new PlayStation 5 Slims. Like, I don't know if you're aware of that, but if you get a hard drive for the PlayStation Slim, it needs to connect to the PlayStation Network once to verify that it's like authentic, and then it will just work forever. But it needs that connection once. I don't know if that's what this needs too, or if it constantly needs the PlayStation Network, and that's just the way it is. So if the PlayStation Network ever goes down, then this won't work. So look, I collect consoles. So I've got like Sega Master Systems, right? Those are over 30 years old. They're like 40 years old actually, and those still work. But like in the future, let's say I accidentally ever have children. Is this thing going to work for them, or is it not going to work? Like, if the PlayStation Network, if they ever take it offline, is this just going to brick? I don't know. And I don't like that at all. That sucks ass. Sony, you suck. That shit aside, look, man, I thought I had buyer's remorse, and I still might. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have just bought the Switch, but look, I got this thing to connect. I haven't even used it yet. Like, right when it connected, I freaked the out and I came in here. So let's see how this thing even works. Like, alright. As far as I can see, it's just doing exactly what my PlayStation 5 was doing. Okay, so far so good here. And I've got my PlayStation 5, it's on a wired connection. So look, my final thoughts on this. I don't know, guys, if I can recommend that you buy this. As of right now, and the PlayStation Network is up, so this is working the way that I want it to work. Although I can just say, like, I'm pretty pissed about last night because it was my day off from work, and yeah, it would have been really cool to be able to just play Shantae or whatever on my couch and watch YouTube or something, but I couldn't do that because it just so happened the PlayStation Network went down last night the minute this was dropped on my doorstep by Amazon. And I don't know if that's going to be a problem in the future or not. Like, someone on Reddit told me that their portal worked last night while the PlayStation Network was down. So I'm hoping it's just a case of it just needed to connect once and that's it. And so hopefully now I'm in the clear and I don't have to deal with that ever again if the PlayStation Network goes down. But if it does go down again and this thing doesn't work, I'm going to be genuinely pissed, because that just means that this thing is not future proof. At some point in the future, this machine will stop working. And I guess if I remember to, I can come back here and update the description or something and let you guys know that it doesn't work, or let you know if it does work. Look, for what this is, and when it works, it's an excellent device. Now I've used it. I've played some Shantae with it, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do when it's working. This connectivity that Sony is doing, requiring PlayStation Network and whatnot, even with their new PlayStation Slims and the hard drives, it's just not acceptable to me. And I don't know if I'm going to buy any more Sony products after this, if this is the road they're going to go down, because that. It's like, if I'm going to spend this kind of money on something, it better do exactly what the it's, being sold to me to do. But if you're looking for a handheld PlayStation 5, this is it. Here you go, man. This will do what you want, as long as everything is working properly. And that's it. I mean, it's got a nice screen. The controller feels nice. So yeah, it's a premium device, and it feels like it. Just that PlayStation Network sucks and Sony sucks. F*** you. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this.